All right, so peeking ahead, again, next week, especially you guys online, pay attention because I'll post a bunch of review stuff on Wednesday. I probably will not post anything on Thursday because in-person students will all be at counselors, and so we won't be doing anything in class, and then we'll have a test on Friday. So in-person or virtual, you guys have an extra day in there to study. Not an extra day of me helping you, but an extra day to study. So just be cognizant of that, online friends, so that you know why there's nothing posted next Thursday. All right, let's look at worksheet 3 and answer any questions you might have. Actually, just because I really like this, I'm going to write it at the top one more time. A sine B x minus c plus d. And when we're graphing them, A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A. And we don't need to go through again what they stand for. But this worksheet is all about B, because period is normal period over B. So if you were absent yesterday, that's the lesson. There you go. A lesson in one statement. Period is normal period divided by B.
No.
I mean, it's close to all we did. So do you have questions from worksheet 3? Should we do some of these? Yes, ma'am.
Number 10.
Number 10.
Yes.
A quick yes. Yes, number 10. All right. Now, the worksheet, the test is going to ask these questions. I still want to think of it in terms of A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A, and then we'll answer the questions as we need to. What's A equal to in this problem? 1. It's always going to be 1 for tangent, because if you stretch a tangent, you can't really tell that you stretched a tangent. So it doesn't really matter. A will be 1. What's B equal to? 1/6. So we can take the detour for period now, or we can find C and D. It doesn't matter to me. You want to period? Okay, while we're thinking about it. So period is normal period. What's the normal period for tangent?
Pi.
Divided by 1/6. So what's pi divided by 1/6?
6 pi.
6 pi. All right, how about C? What's C?
Nothing.
Nothing. 0 or nothing. That's great news. We like C to be 0 because the phase shift is what really throws people off. And how about D? Up 1. Okay, maybe we can answer these questions now. Vertical reflection is a no. Vertical stretch is a, I guess you could say 1, but you could also say no. We're not stretching it. Horizontal shift, kind of the same thing. You could say no, or you could say 0, either one. Vertical shift is up 1, and the period is 6 pi. Okay, so now we use them in reverse order. A, B, C, D, D, C, B, A. So D is up 1. So I'll go up 1. There's my new midline for my graph. You know what I should have done at the very beginning is sketch a parent function of tangent, just to get that in my brain so I know that my graph better look something like that. Right, up 1, 0 left or right, so that means my new origin is right there, just up 1. I need to go 6 pi away. So I can pick where I put that 6 pi. Right over there. That will be another new origin, is another way to say that.
That's why I got confused on the thing, because I did it where that was the new origin, so they were both like that going through the 6 pi in it, but on the answers it had an asymptote going through the 6 pi.
It should not have an asymptote going through 6 pi. I will look, but it shouldn't.
It does.
I
was very confused.
Well, no wonder you were confused.
Yeah.
Let's see. So, at the origin, tangent is 0. When we start over, tangent is 0. And what's going on in between the zeros? Asymptotes. So that would be at 3 pi or negative 3 pi. So if the key is wrong, I apologize. I didn't make the key. I feel like I should throw that out there. But else I'm not going to throw the person under the bus who made the key.
I made the key.
I just said I'm not going to tell you. That's what. But it's on me for not checking the key. So that is the graph of tangent of 1/6x plus 1.
Get your leader teacher do it.
No comment.
Yeah. You'll rat them out.
Not ratting him out.
To pause them rat.
So it's a hint.
Other questions? Man, if that was your only question and it was because the key was wrong, that's really good.
No, number 5.
Number 5. Which of the following is true? Okay. The period is 2 pi over b, because the normal period for sine is 2 pi. B is 3, so the period's 2 pi over 3. So yeah, that's true. The horizontal shift is 4 pi over 5 to the... What's x minus 4 pi over 5 do? Jason, you asked this question. What does x minus 4 pi over 5 do? Which way does it go for subtracting?
Oh, it's going to go right.
Yes. So 2 is not right. And the amplitude of this sine wave is 2. That is true. There's a negative 2 out there, but amplitude is always positive. Okay? Amplitude's always positive.
Okay.
So this is kind of weird because, yes, A is negative 2. That means the amplitude is 2 and it's flipped. My suspicion is you'd get the graph right if I asked you to graph it.
Yeah.
But technically the amplitude is positive 2, so that's true.
Okay.
So, great question to clarify that little issue about A versus amplitude, and they're not exactly the same thing.
So amplitude is always going to be positive no matter what A is?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct. Because here's another way to think of it. If you just looked at a graph, you don't know if that graph's been flipped or not. Because there's 100 different ways to write the equation of that. So that amplitude is, whatever this height is, positive. And you don't know if it's been flipped or not. So A is always positive.
Okay.
Because you could write that equation with the flipped graph or without a flipped graph, depending on where you started it.
And the amplitude is going to be the P? Or the highest point?
The height above the midline.
Yeah.
Right? So be careful if your axis is down here and this is 10, then amplitude's not 10.
Yeah.
Amplitude's
2. Yeah.
2.
Okay.
Yes. And this is a little bit of what we're going to do today is start with the end product and work backwards toward the equation. Other questions on this worksheet?